When Minecraft came out it wasn't for kids. Kids didn't even know about it. Grandpa tried to rest. Call in sick. F it, I'll sleep again after work. Me every day when my alarm rings. Why do the things you are talking about begin to appear in your feed? He was asking too many questions. How is working 5 days and only having 2 off balanced? Me learning the shark species predates trees, confused screaming. Me when the AI says I'm absolutely right just after I catch it make the same mistake for the 10th time today. To the runners who jog in place while waiting to cross the street, chill the F out. When you are losing an argument but you suddenly remember his family details. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. Great, we wait here for a good movie to be released. A strange part of adulthood that no one talks about is we're all homesick for a place and time that no longer exists and that we can never revisit. When I don't reach home on time, how my dad reacts, must be locked in traffic. How my brother reacts, I'm never allowed to hang out for so long. How my mom reacts, my son is kidnapped. An unknown number calling me answers it, me waiting for them to say something. Gulf of Australia. How my dog looks at a random stranger whenever they walk by my house. My husband almost fell down the stairs and now we are in a heated debate as to whether my gasp was out of fear for his safety or excitement about a possible life insurance payout. People with glasses will understand the struggle. Girls with long hair, shower wall, loose hair. Me when I smell you shit your pants, you she. When the fit you imagined weak as F. The TV remote, 10-year-old me. Pretending you didn't see something so the other person doesn't feel uncomfortable is a level of empathy not everyone will understand. How most people feel with a hat on. How I feel with a hat on. My mom's 60-something friend was set up with a 67-year-old guy who is not looking for anything serious in case you think that ever ends. When someone uses my driveway to turn around. Claire, third-person camera. When the dude with a fake tan and new white teeth who got a hair transplant and is on steroids says women have to be all natural for him. The bad guy in Hallmark movies is a boyfriend who is like, oh no babe, I can't drop everything plus leave work this weekend, I'm about to close a deal for $10 million that will set us up for life, and the good guy is a guy who is just standing there when she gets to her hometown. Me pretending to not care so the screen loads faster. Go to take. Forget to bring smartphone. If you plan on getting raptured, you need to find someone to cover your shift. The world now runs on video game logic. What's the first thing you do? Look at my stats to find out what the F is wrong with me. Single player games. Really, a man of your talents. It's a peaceful life. Disney is too big to fail. So was the British Empire. First set a reachable tiny goal, such as flipping the stock market. Every decision in your life has led you to see this picture of a chicken. Do you have any hobbies? Me. When your boss is doing illegal shit, but you need your job. Girl, are you an ornithologist? Because you have some. How I sleep at night knowing I have objectively correct opinions on everything. Me buying a house that has a suspiciously low rent for some reason. The ghost in the basement. 4 6 8 10 12 2. Why am I the only even prime number? They. What makes you a human? Internet. Select all boxes with cars. Me after discovering that a YouTuber who I have been a fan of for years is actually a piece of shit in real life. Autosave. Saving after autosave. When you watch a YouTube tutorial to do maintenance on your car and now it won't turn on. When you're struggling in the hardest exam ever but your I didn't study friend is writing away confidently. You want to write a character who is always 5 steps ahead. You have to know the next 5 steps of your story. Most trivial thing ever, me trying to be productive. Is this something super important that cannot be done later? Cricket identification guide, noisy, little, Jiminy, rickety. Water, 1 mile, water, 1 kilometer, Americans, but the Americans are right. A mile is less than a kilometer, 1 mile equals 1.6 kilometers. Is he disabled? When someone tells you a secret you already knew and you gotta act surprised. 2025, Meta releases new AI glasses. Types of headaches, migraine, hypertension, stress, can't read IPR instructions. First day of med school, a patient cured as a customer lost. Wife, who's your favorite literary vampire? Me, the one in Sesame Street. Huh, he doesn't count. Me, I can assure you that he does. The spider after I tear its web down and put up a fake spider or spider web instead. When you get a whiff of those $5 Temu jeans straight out the bag. How do people just casually get so many photos taken of them by their friends? Is there a conversation that happens? Hydrophobia, oil not mix with water, raccoon bite. Women store DNA from every man they have ever made love with study finds. Blue is the new Noah's Ark. Not my type, okay and, so delete it. She getting me drunk to get some debut jokes on her, I'm about to start crying. When I was a little girl I always dreamed of growing up to satisfy user needs in a way that meets business goals for transformative outcomes. Did you start a rumor about everyone getting raises? Did you start a rumor about everyone giving 110%? I like Apple products. I like Apple products. Horse girls when they find out the horse their dad bought them is female. The ibuprofen entering my body and not knowing where to start. Farted at work today. Maintenance was called to look for sewage leak. Weird flex from an aquarium. Guess what's coming? Newport Aquarium, 1,000,000 gallons of fun. Hey, how's your night going? My what? Night. Okay, good night. Evasion 100, illusion 100, sneak 100. How people in real life look after watching videos on 2x speed. Would I lie for you? Yes. Will I pick up when you call? No. Sleeping Beauty and Cosby, Sleepy Time combo playset. This comment always gets me. If the apocalypse happened I would just pass away. Why do people in movies always have so much will to live? My bed when I try to sleep. My bed when I try to wake up. When you and your friends are all going through some shit but you just wanna chill and suffer together. Your grandma watching you mess up a recipe that only required adding water. Me in September seeing Halloween and even Christmas stuff. When you have to stop her mid-hey, she's not as good as your homie. What's the most creative way you or someone you know cheated on an exam? This is a mad one, but they spent months going to the classes, reading the material, making notes to revise, reading other sources and memorizing things before the exam. Insane stuff altogether. Not gonna lie, this having a job thing is pretty neat, but every day. Get you a woman who can do it all. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Tinder. Tall queens, short kings. This tweet was deleted by the tweet author. I stand by my tweet, but some effer with this profile picture liked it, so I'm deleting. Had to put my dog down for being a racist wearing blackface. Just kidding. Pugs are Chinese, so she got put down for being a girl. Welcome home, my white prince. Is this too much to ask for in a wife? Why won't women talk to me? I just took a DNA test and it turns out that I'm 100% being tracked by the government. Me, people who don't laugh at my jokes. Me suffering and tired of this life. Religious people telling me there'll be another life after I lie. When someone asks me about directions in the city I lived in my whole life. Me the night before exam studying 6 months of syllabus in 6 hours. When I keep getting scam messages about me needing to pay a toll for my car or else legal actions will be taken against me, but I don't own a car. I'm never going to financially recover from this. You can't change the meme, I'm altering the meme, pray I don't alter it further. My mind, I should pick her up, a lot of start this way. Also my mind, a lot of horror movies start this way too. Need to get rid of unwanted junk during the holidays. Put it in Amazon boxes and leave it on your front porch. Thinking about how many times I have probably been chilled in F marry chill. You're so quiet, I wish you were too, bro. Me touching a hot stove. Wow, that hurt. I won't do that again. Me engaging in emotionally self-destructive behavior. No, this time it will in fact be good. Introverts when they finally found the courage to join the conversation but ended up being ignored. They don't know there is a D in fridge but there isn't one in refrigerator. Sir Jimmy Kimmel is back on air. Me and my best friends as parents. Normal gearbox. Fast and Furious gearbox. When you hang out with someone for the first time and already know it's gonna be the last time. Front of house staff, kitchen staff, dishwashing staff. How cats stare at people when they stare at people. My son came home with this last night. Hey, I like your cow. Oh, that's my calf. Me, I'm going to bed early tonight. Also me at 3 AM. Why aren't there dinosaur ghosts? I'll have a movie starring Pedro Pascal. How original. With him protecting a child. Daring today, aren't we? Guys, I figured it out. I'm preparing my bunker now. The Mariah Carey will soon emerge from its burrow and resume its reign of Christmas terror. Trenches, World War I horror survival game. Not recommended. 1 hour on record. Negative review because the game is too scary. Kids, 1 second before their vocabulary gets an update. When you're right about the rapture not being real and you're rewarded with still having to work with religious fanatics. 9 out of 10 dentists recommends a toothpaste. That one dentist, my toothpaste brand is the best. Some guy at the stoplight, me heading home from work because I have to take a shit. My friend just sent me this interaction she had with her boyfriend and I can't. Is he a rapper? Little Water has a weird flick cap now. Effed up. Who's that? Little Water. Is he a rapper? Water from Little. Oh my god. When you liked her and she said she only dated trap ends. Versus 10 years later, 5 kids, 4 dads, 3 relationships and now she's ready to give you a chance. They all wanted to be witches, dad didn't want to be left out. Man, witch. Any business that has double doors and keeps one locked for absolutely no reason other than to make me look like an idiot should be fined $10,000 per day until it is unlocked. When you accidentally Ctrl+C the text you wanted to overwrite with Ctrl+V. I live in constant fear of the Western descent towards fascism, but I digress. The club is bumping. The ladies look good. The alcohol is flowing. There is much pain in the world but not in this room. My mom didn't take Tylenol so I don't got the acetaminatism. How it feels to eat the lunch you packed instead of getting carry out. Friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, smoking, drinking, tweaking. Me, this TV show is boring. Boss, for the last time Mary, this is a work Zoom meeting. Me finally in a happy relationship, my smartphone alarm going off. Damn, the chicken used a balloon. The timing of Jimmy Kimmel's return and T-Mac movie trailer. When the designer takes your direction far too literally. Crop tops. Trade offer. I receive my life. You receive my tail. Lizards. When they finally found what causes autism, I have always wanted to be autistic. Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol? There goes my hero. Man forged head injury to get months off work and then returned being rude to everyone, citing that his personality had been altered. Are you going to sleep? Yes, now leave me alone. Do Transformers have car insurance or life insurance? My horse got stuck in our fence and our cows seem to think it's hilarious. Mosquito. I better stay hidden under the covers. But wait, what if it bites my face? Sacrifices have to be made. Foot sacrifice. I have worked the 70-hour weeks and I have been unemployed. I recommend just using as many substances as possible. Big text so you can read while driving. Me, a historian struggling to stay up to date on everything that happened before right now. Now. Me, I wish to be rich, famous and have acting talent. Monkey's paw. Granted, you are now Will Smith. Me, I hate country music. Country roads take me home. To the place I belong. Me, West Virginia. My husband and I made love for 3 hours last night. We role-played as doctor and patient. I was in the waiting room for 2 hours 58 minutes. When your message gets ignored in the group chat, I will remember this. You're fake. I have other friends anyways. Lax. If you suffer from procrastination, read this. I'll read it later. Missed the ice cream truck today because I was too proud to run. And for what? What honor did that bring me? Me, whatever the F I want to do, the law. UK farmers, quit industry, steak prices, set to hit £30. Brits, you guys are vegan now, old Brits, young Brits. It costs nothing to be kind. Some days it costs me my effing sanity, Janet. My body is a machine that turns gas station hot dogs into diarrhea. When you have to put down a cherished childhood video game because the fan base has begun to f***ize the spawn room supply cabinet. Deleting spam emails. Me, spammers sending reminder emails over and over. I miss when you could touch the TV and feel its fur. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Me watching someone get cooked for an opinion I'll okay agree with.
Spare change, ma'am.